It was a rainy afternoon in Los Angeles when 14-year-old Miguel Santos stood outside the massive glass doors of America's Got Talent. His shoes were torn, his shirt a size too big, and his trembling hands clutched a small photograph, his late mother's. She had once told him, "Mijo, when you sing, angels listen." But life had not been kind to Miguel. After losing his mother to illness, he and his father moved from the Philippines to California, hoping for a better life. Instead, his father ended up working double shifts as a janitor, and Miguel often sang on the streets of Santa Monica Pier to earn a few dollars for rent. That day, standing among hundreds of contestants with perfect clothes, makeup, and confidence, Miguel felt invisible. Yet, when his number was called, contestant 742, Miguel Santos, something in his heart whispered, "Go, son, sing for her." As Miguel walked onto the stage, the bright lights almost blinded him. The massive crowd and four famous judges looked down curiously. Simon raised an eyebrow. "You look nervous, young man. What are you going to sing for us?" Miguel swallowed hard. Hotel California, sir." A murmur went through the crowd, a difficult song, one few dared to attempt. The music began. At first, his voice trembled like a whisper in the wind. But then, something magical happened. His tone deepened, warm and soulful, not just notes, but a story. Every word carried pain, longing, and hope. It was as if the spirit of his mother was right there, singing through him. The hall grew silent. Not a cough, not a whisper, just Miguel's voice echoing like a prayer. When he reached the line, "You can check out any time you like, but you can never leave," a tear rolled down his cheek. The lights shimmered off it, and the audience felt the heartbreak of a child who had lost everything yet still sang with love. By the time the song ended, the judges were on their feet. The crowd roared like a wave. Simon covered his mouth. Heidi wiped her tears. Sophia clapped with trembling hands. And then, bam! Sophia hit the golden buzzer. Golden confetti poured from the ceiling like a shower of blessings. Miguel froze, speechless. Tears streamed down his face as he looked up. The golden rain sparkled around him like heaven's light. Backstage, as Miguel hugged his father, a woman approached him. She was American, maybe in her 30s, elegant but kind-eyed. "Your singing, it touched my soul," she said softly. "You remind me of my son. He passed away 3 years ago. I came here today just to forget the pain, but you brought me peace." Miguel smiled shyly. "Thank you, ma'am. I just wanted to make my mom proud." She knelt and placed a small silver locket in his hand. "This belonged to my son. Keep it. You gave me something I thought I lost, hope." Miguel didn't know it yet, but that woman, Dua Thompson, a philanthropist and record producer, would change his life forever. Days later, Miguel's audition video went viral across the world. "The boy who made the judges cry" trended everywhere. Millions of people shared his story, a poor boy from the Philippines whose heart healed the world through music. But behind the fame, Miguel remained humble. He visited children's hospitals, singing to kids fighting cancer. One day, while performing at a children's charity event, he noticed a familiar face in the front row, Dua. After the show, she approached him again. "Miguel," she said, her voice trembling, "I want to do something for you. I want to produce your first album, Songs for My Mother." He gasped. "Ma'am, I can't afford anything like that." She smiled through tears. "You already paid, with love." Months passed. Miguel's album released and topped charts. His song, Mama's Lullaby, made listeners around the world cry. But the real miracle wasn't his fame, it was what came next. Miguel used his earnings to open a small music school for underprivileged kids, both in Los Angeles and back home in the Philippines. He named it, Dua Hearts Foundation, after the woman who changed his life. At the school's opening, Dua stood beside him, holding his hand like a proud mother. "You've given the world what it needed most," she said, "love through kindness." Miguel looked up at the sky, whispering, "We did it, Mama." Years later, Miguel performed again on America's Got Talent, this time as a guest artist. His voice, matured yet still full of soul, filled the hall with grace. When he finished, he looked into the crowd and said, "This golden buzzer, it wasn't for me. It was for every child who dreams, for every parent who prays, and for every heart that still believes in miracles. The audience stood again, tears shining like stars. And in that moment, it wasn't just a performance, it was a prayer of gratitude, a love story between humanity and hope. Because sometimes, one song, one act of kindness, can turn pain into purpose, and strangers into family.